Hello everybody, I am Attila Tanner. Welcome to a brand new video of Next Stock. It's been over 2 weeks since my last report. There's been many companies who did report, so that's the reason it's been taking a little bit extra time to gather the data and enter them into the computer program. And with the press of a button, we have the results. Let's start with the highlights, and then we're going to go over the regular reporting. Berkshire Hathaway is the first one in my reporting in the highlights. My target rate for them is $302. They had a year-over-year sales growth of 10%. Berkshire, as you know, is kind of like a big mutual fund holding many other companies inside of it, insurances, Apple, Coca Cola, etc. So they seem to be trading almost about where they should be. Talking about Coca Cola, they also reported a year-over-year sales growth of 16%. My target rate for them is $62, which is almost about where we are at the moment. Twitter, the big takeover discussion from Elon Musk, they did report also. They had a year-over-year sales growth of 16%. Of course, the bid is $54.20 from Elon Musk, and if that doesn't go through, at least my target rate for Twitter would be $65. So I think he is getting a good deal. If the deal doesn't happen, so there is still an upside either or, according to my program. Biohaven reported, and Biohaven also is about to have a takeover. The takeover bid for Biohaven is $148.50. The year-over-year sales growth in the latest reporting that came out now is 628%, impressive. So my target for Biohaven would have been $208. So in that sense, it's also a good bid for Biohaven. They seem to be trading almost around this level, a little bit lower than the $148.50. All right, let's look at some other highlights. GM reported a 11% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them is $62, which has an upside from current levels. Palantir reported a 31% year-over-year growth. My target for them is $8.80, which is almost where we are at the moment. Beyond Meat reported a 1% year-over-year sales growth. My target for them is bullish $74, which has a good upside from where we are. Unity reported a 36% year-over-year sales growth. Target for them is $44, which is about where we are at the moment. All right, let's look at some in the US market, and we're going to start with the value stocks. Here we are looking at high market cap companies with low price to earnings, so-called little bit safer stocks. And here we start with Meta Platform is number one, formerly known as Facebook. It's hard to see them here because they are usually considered more a growth company, but they are now considered a value stock because of their price to earnings. JP Morgan is number two, like last time, and Pfizer is the newcomer, spot number 3. They have a $297 billion market cap with the price earning of 12. Bank of America, who was in the list, is now out of top 3. All right, let's look at the dividends, and Petro China is number 1. China Petroleum and Chemical Corporation is number 2, and Total Energy re-enters the list and spot number 3. GlaxoSmithKline, who was in the list, is now out from the list. Growth stocks in the US market. Vroom reported and retains the spot number 1. They have a sales growth of 56% year over year. The stock price has been completely wiped out, 93% down. So, that's the reason maybe they have a good upside from here, unless they continue to crash. So you have to be a little bit careful with them. Moderna is number 2. They moved up 1 spot. And Uber is now a newcomer on spot number 3. They reported a 136% year-over-year sales growth, while the stock price had gone down 35%. Peleton, who was in the list, reported also a sales decline of 26%, so they are out from the top 3. We are looking here at year-over-year sales growth, comparing it with the stock price growth year-over-year. We balanced the list with the price-to-sale ratio for each company as well. And that's how we get this huge list. And they are then in the top 3. Then the bottom of that list is the pricey ones. Here we have no changes. Snowflake is still number 1 because they have a very high price to sale ratio. Datadog is number 2 and Cloudflare is number 3. All 3 with high price to sale ratios. All right, that completes the US market. Let's dive into the Canadian market. We start with the value stocks. Royalbank is number 1. TD Bank is number 2 and Bank of Nova Scotia is number 3. So no changes. Dividend stocks in the Canadian market. Here we have a little bit of a movement. Tourmaline oil is still number 1, but Enbridge moves up to spot number 2 and changes place with Keyera, who is now down to spot number 3. Growth stocks in the Canadian market. Here we have a little bit of a change. Air Canada still retains spot number 1. Curaleaf also is number 2 as before. TFI International is a newcomer in spot number 3. Sales growth of 89% year over year with the stock price growth of 42%. Lightspeed, who was in the list, is moved out from top 3. All right, let's look at the pricey ones in the Canadian market. Onyx reported and is now, unfortunately, the most pricey stock out there. Sales growth had declined 73%, and while the stock price was up 7%. Turquoise Hill Resources enters the list as number 2. Their sales declined 24%, while the stock price almost doubled 85% year over year. Franco Nevada, the previous number 1, has dropped down to spot number 3. Wheaton Precious Metal, who was in the list before, has now dropped out from top 3. All right, that completes the report for this time around. It was a busy 2 weeks. It should cool off a bit more in the coming weeks. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And since it's a turbulent time, the stock market has been very much going down lately and maybe not the most fun place to be, but it could also become a great opportunity now to pick up some stocks that you might like. But always do a lot of researches before jumping ahead. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.